2 months ago. Damn. Wait, 2 months ago? Really? Holy shit, time flies. Anyways, 2 months ago I made a video of Terry McGillis and the info he revealed about the new Total Drama Season, a podcast made by a guy from New Zealand. So if you want to watch it before this one, you can see it on the top of your screen right now or in the description down below. But now, we have even more info coming from the leaders of Fresh TV and Cake Entertainment themselves. This footage that I'm about to show you came from the TV Kids Summer Festival 2021, which is a festival where a lot of Canadian show creators and companies get in and talk a bit about their productions. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the juicy stuff.
Are you placing the series there? Is it appealing to different age groups in different countries? And does that impact in any way how you write? Or you're just focusing on writing the best show possible and wherever it lands, it lands?
Yeah, obviously kids grow up differently in different parts of the world. So it's really up to our partners around the world to sort of decide whether it's right for them and right for the age demographic that they're sort of marketing towards. So it does shift from territory to territory, and you do see that. I mean, I don't think it's like wildly different, but you're talking about in some parts of the world it might be, a year or two older than, in other parts of the world.
I think when you talk about demographics and the age of our characters, Fresh does have kind of unique approach to things. I'd say Jennifer is probably one of the best writers around, who knows how to hint at things that are a little bit older than your current life experience without taking you there in a full way. And that's the beauty of a show about teenagers for tweens and younger kids, is that we know that tweens are psyched about becoming teenagers, they're worried about it. So we give them a sneak peek at it that's safe and fun. And the underlying message throughout all of our shows is, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. Even if there's a sea of piranhas chasing you, it'll all be fine.
That's good to hear. I wish there was something to tell our age group that everything's gonna be fine. And what role does a distributor have in building a franchise? I mean, you have these gems that come out of Fresh TV, but obviously your input must be important in nurturing these fabulous series.
I would say, look, it's a very collaborative process. The way we work with Fresh, the way we work with Tom and Jen, it's not just here's a finished show, go out and sell it. It's, we talk things through and try and figure out what's the best path forward for the series and for the franchise. Working with Fresh, there's no other relationship that we have. There's no other franchise that we work on like the Total Drama franchise. And I think a lot of that the success of that has to do with how we've worked together over all these years. It is, it's a 14-year relationship. We know each other very well. We speak on the phone very often. So it's, at this point in time, it's kind of been, it's like shorthand between the way we work together now. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say except it's been a fantastic ride.
It speaks to what a distributor-producer relationship can be, because there's such a level of mutual trust and respect. We know that when Ed and his team come to us with market intel, for instance, that's not to be taken lightly. They have incredible reach, and so that's important for us to hear.
So, Tom, in a previous interview, you said that a primary goal of yours is to make your viewers laugh. Is comedy the glue, the honey that attracts viewers at any time, even more so? I mean, I don't like focusing too much on the pandemic, because God willing, we'll be out of it eventually. But is it even more important now and in the coming year when we're still getting back to normal? How important is humor?
It's crucial. I can let Jen speak to it because she and I are in lockstep on this one. It's much more important than ever. We need to laugh our way through this.
Let's talk about that. So there's a new, is reboot the right word to use? I don't know. A new iteration for Cartoon Network and HBO Max. How do you plan on bringing back the old fans, but at the same time attracting new fans to the series? You know, what elements are you keeping, and what can you give us? What can you tell us about this new iteration?
One thing that really characterized our development for earlier seasons was we did a lot of research. We did cross-country online surveys, we did school and home visits and that kind of thing. Now, what we've benefited from over the last 10 years is a really vocal and active fan community who've now grown up and become ever more articulate, and they look back on the shows as adults and have all kinds of perspectives that are just, it's worth gold to us, really. So we're super grateful to our fan base for all of that self-initiated research, right? And one of the things, there's two things that we are changing up ever so slightly from the original. And the first big change, I would say, is really leaning into diversity. We feel that not only is this a moment that we can celebrate diversity, but this is the show that celebrates diversity. It literally can be anything and anyone, so long as they're teenagers in a reality show, and it'll work. So we have, for instance, a Latinx character. We have several Black characters. We have an East Asian, a South Asian. We have an amputee. We have two LGBTQ characters who will have a relationship because our audience loves to ship. And to back that up, we have a writer who represents each of those cultural perspectives and is a young, fresh, funny voice. And so that's 5 new writers in our room that are infusing all kinds of new humor and new energy to the show. But that's a big change for us, and it's one that we found is only making the show better.
I mean, I think it's only appropriate for me to talk about, you know, the cake and fresh shows. So, you know, Tom mentioned Luke's Spider that's coming out soon, which is great, and then also the new Total Drama Island series. I mean, those two are going to keep our hands full for a while once we start rolling them out.
And when do you expect that to be? Can you give us an idea of when we might be able to get new adventures on the island?
On Total Drama Island, we'll start talking about it, and you'll see more in 2022 now at this point in time. And same thing with Lucas, although the back end of this year we'll start revealing more and we'll start actively selling.
Right. Well, that is great to look forward to. And hopefully by then, a lot of people will be vaccinated and we'll be meeting in person and talking about this, even though doing it this way is fabulous anyway. Thank you, Jen and Tom and Ed, for joining me. And thank all of you for watching. We have 2 great things to look forward to: Total Drama Island and Lucas. And thank you.
Thank
Such
you
a
for your
pleasure,
time.
as always.
Thank you.
Well, you heard them all. As everyone already knows, the original characters from past seasons won't come back for this season. We won't be able to watch it until 2022. My theory is that they are waiting until the 15th Total Drama anniversary to drop it. But right now, everything we know at the moment is that we will have diversity as never before in this series. We will have several Black characters, a Latin character, an East Asian character, an amputee, and 2 LGBTQ plus whatever that shit is characters. I'm betting my balls right now that at least one of those LGBT whatever characters will be a finalist. And well, they basically talk about the future and past of Fresh TV, their coming projects including Total Drama, and how they want to bring back that good old feeling of the first season of the show. Just like when everything was easier, you know. Gonna be honest with you all guys. I've seen that a lot of people have been worried about this thing of Fresh TV handling a LGBTQ plus community couple. I believe Fresh can handle the LGBTQ shit. They already did it perfectly at 16. They already have experience on that. But we can't forget the fact that they actually changed writers a lot from then to nowadays. Hell, Tom and Jen even mentioned that. And that they actually got completely new writers exclusively for this season. I believe that they can make a good job on it. but I'm not hyping up my expectations so much. Still, as you may know, I'm not inside the LGBT community, but I just hope that they didn't mess this shit up and make a good parody show and not make the inclusion of these minorities seem so fucking forced. Because trying to force this kind of inclusive things is something that has ruined a lot of shows just because of trying to appeal to a single kind of audience, forgetting about their past viewers and pretty much starting to make bad decisions. Anyways guys, I think that I don't have so much to say at the moment about this whole situation. Let's just hope for the best for the fandom, Pertsch TV, and of course the show itself. You already know the drill. Like the video, share with all of your friends, and
subscribe to Wibba's channel. If you don't, I will eliminate everyone from the game. Madre mia, the time is ticking.
see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.